Hello, welcome to the News Agenda for December 20th, 2021. I hope you're well. I hope you're liking and subscribing. Hope. Yeah. So it's December 20th, a day dedicated to the thing that's been dividing the political spectrum and has been widely misunderstood and protested. What we're talking about today is CRT. Now, whatever position you take on CRT, it is important, I think everyone will agree, to understand CRT. So we're going to start this day about CRT with what you need to know about it as a parent in the United States. Now, personally, I can't believe we do not teach our children about CRT, and we should, because it is an important key to understanding how and why society is how it is. So let's start with this diagram. You can see that information comes from the electron emitting cathode, which helps gives the CRT, or cathode ray tube, its name. The cathode translates information via electrons and sends them towards the screen. The beam is diverted or deflected by magnetic fields, and in color TV strikes an aperture grill, which allows specific wavelengths of electrons to pass through. Then the electron strikes a phosphor coating on the inside of the glass, lighting it up and creating one pixel that is visible on the screen. Now, this is not technology connections, but I will say that these systems worked for a long time, but they have two issues. One is that they had a rather low resolution until near the very end of their life, and the other is a whitewashed picture. Especially if the user messes with it too much. It doesn't give proper fidelity to the nuances of information provided by the source. It's never a good idea to whitewash a CRT. Now, I have no idea why CRTs have their own day or even governors arguing about them. It seems silly, but considering all the discussion about CRT, I hope we clean that up a bit. In cancel culture news, actor Jay Johnson was banned from the hit Fox cartoon Bob's Burgers after his participation in the riot in the Capitol on January 6th. What's next? Are they going to ban people for singing a song or kneeling or something? It's apparent who the real victim is in this whole thing. It's pizza. That's right. Johnson plays the owner of a rival restaurant of the titular Bob's Burgers. Hollywood doesn't like pizza. How very un-American. America. Can you just be anything but the America where most people live? Speaking of un-American, Australia. A biologist in Australia has identified a new species of millipede, one with over 1,300 legs. Previous records of legs of millipedes were about 700, despite their name. So this specimen has about 600 legs up on the competition. Also in puns that will kill humanity, the Doomsday Glacier. The Thwaites Glacier, also known as the Doomsday Glacier, in Antarctica is huge, and if it melts could raise sea levels around the world about a half a meter, or for those who follow older units of measurement, about a cubit. The glacier is about the size of Britain and, like the British Empire, will impact the rest of the world without regard. Many of the other glaciers in the Antarctica are held back by this glacier, acting as a cork, keeping tragedy from spilling out, kind of like your Aunt Lorraine after she has a second glass of hot wine on Thanksgiving or Christmas. Speaking of a cork keeping tragedy from spilling out, the United States Appeals Court has allowed the Biden administration to enforce its vaccine/testing mandate for large employers. This is expected to be protested by the funeral industry, which has been having quite a record few years, but at least they have bodies to put it in the streets. In related vaccine news, Amazon's charity program, Amazon Smile, gave more than $40,000 to anti-vaccine groups in 2020. In an effort to apologize, Amazon now offers discounts on one-click orders of coffins for Prime members. Speaking of fewer people around, the FDA has created rules that will permanently allow abortion pills by mail. Previously, this was restricted. However, new rules allow telehealth appointments to include such prescriptions and mailings. The U.S. Postal Service has announced changes in support of the new rules. They decided to append a phrase to their slogan, which formerly said, "We deliver for you." But now it's, "We deliver for you so now you don't have to." In political news, Senators Elizabeth Warren and Cory Booker both tested positive for COVID-19 this weekend. In many news cycles, this would be a huge story. However, West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin doesn't like giving up the spotlight, so he said today that he will not be supporting Joe Biden's Build Back Better bill. The January 6th revelations continue, with Donald Trump supporter Roger Stone testifying in front of the January 6th committee today, or Friday. He said, "I pled the fifth, but the testimony took place behind closed doors," which means that he seems to think there was something illegal done and he shouldn't talk about it. Fair, but I don't think that tattoo is really illegal. Also, Ellie Alexander, who founded the pro-Trump Stop the Steal movement, attended the rally before the Capitol attack, told the committee he had a few conversations with Representative Paul Gosar, text with Representative Mo Brooks, and reportedly in-person conversations with Representative Andy Briggs of Arizona. Representative Briggs is the only one coming out of this with anything less than a soiled and terrible reputation because he bothered to do it in person where there wasn't a digital trail. In education news, a junior hockey team in South Dakota and a mortgage lender teamed up to create an event for local teachers. They were looking to raise money for classroom supplies. The event was where teachers were all trying to grab dollar bills off the ice during intermission. Because if there's something we need in South Dakota, it's making sure the teachers are crawling on ice to get the resources they need for their students. Also in shortages, the United States is facing a Santa shortage due to COVID concerns and increased demand. Some parents have faced this bravely, telling their children the truth that Santa died of COVID and now the Amazon delivery person is the one who gives them gifts. And that's the news at Jen for Monday, December 20th, 2021. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking and smashing all the buttons. I hope you have a good holiday if you celebrate it. And if you don't celebrate it, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next week, I think, on the 27th. I hope. We'll see how things work out. And thank you most of all for remembering. I love you.